Hi, this is Marcellus, and this is another version of Music Talk. Today, we're going to talk about, I wanted to choose music tones. I swear it doesn't matter how many times you play something, but there's nothing like music tones, the different tones of music. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We can play the same thing over and over, and if it sounds good, it just sounds good. For example, I'm going to play something that I used to love to play. I'm going to throw some other chords and variations into it, but it is just some pretty tones. Just beautiful. And we'll go from there to here. I like that. So, I like that, those tones and sounds. By the way, if you want to know what you're hearing in the tones and programs and sounds, let me break it down. And I normally don't give those secrets away, but these are the sounds you're hearing. I have a Roland Phantom XR, and you're hearing the piano from that. And I have it MIDI up. So if I turn this down, that's just the piano. That's the Roland Phantom. Now, when I turn the volume back up on my chord extreme, you're listening to piano and strings along with the Phantom piano. So you're hearing this. So those are the tones that I'm using to generate that sound. One thing I found out when you're doing music, you have to stay with what's true to you in your heart. I've listened to people talk about music, and actually people that are doing extremely well in music. And I must say I have one thing in common, and I agree with a lot of well, actually I agree with 100% of what these artists say. And I always talk about Ray Parker Jr. I talk about Ray, and I know I talked about Teddy. I added Teddy to my list. Marcus Miller, same as Marcus. I got to meet him and hang out with him for a couple of minutes one evening. And one thing that they say, and you have to work on your craft. And it's so hard for people, I guess, to get that concept down. Because even when you hit bad notes, like I hit bad notes sometimes, and I don't care, it's just natural to me. I try to fit it in sometimes. Like when I do this little lick right here, then I go to the next chord, chances are I'm gonna hit something, but I like that. I like that little knockoff. I like that. So, but the key is you have to work on your craft. There's no time for excuses. Either you want to do it or you don't. And I had an opportunity. I know what I did yesterday. Tyler Perry. He just opened up his new stage studios, his new video campus, which is supposed to be pretty large. They say it's larger than Warner Brothers and Disney and all the other ones combined, like 330 acres in Atlanta. And I was listening to Tyler yesterday, and he was talking about people ask him all the time how do you become so successful? Well, I would love to become that successful, but I know it comes with a lot of responsibilities. But he said that you have to treat every day like you were broke, or you were just as or you were as broke as you was when you were broke. You work like you were broke, and that made a lot of sense. And he said you have to put time into your craft. You have to, and everybody says that. And I was talking to a young lady a few minutes ago, about an hour and a half ago, I guess, and she asked me, she said she saw me, I was leaving a facility where I was at, and she said, "You gonna have a good day?" I said, "Oh yeah." I said, "Well, I'm probably gonna do some music, and I'm probably gonna work on some video, and I'm gonna do some video footage." And she said, "Well, I didn't know you do that." I said, "Oh yeah." I said, I do that. I just don't talk about a lot of things I do. And I said, "Yeah, I have about 160 videos on YouTube actually." And and I was telling her what I was getting ready to do and why I do stuff. And she said, "Who are you recording?" So this one I always think of Teddy. I told her, I just do myself. That's just it. I said, as of 20 plus years ago, I just got tired of waiting on musicians. They always have excuses. If they could just get away, if they didn't have the babies, they didn't have the kids, they didn't have to do this with their wife, if they didn't have to go to Lowe's, I'm like, so many excuses. And I wanted to ask sometimes, are you a musician, or you just like to play music every blue moon? Because I know I couldn't get, I wouldn't have gotten where I am now. Again, I may not be nowhere in the eyes of some, but these are personal challenges we sit upon ourselves, personal goals. And I think me personally, I think I'm doing pretty good. And the reason I'm saying that is because I've been able to do what I choose to do without having an influence on a boss or on other outside issues that can stop me from doing what I want to do. I want to do music, and I love doing computers. Thank God computers has given me a way to make some money to keep doing my music, because if it wasn't for that, I don't know what I would do. But I took on both of those trades and crafts way back in 81, I guess, when I really got off into the music with a recording studio. And then I really got off into computers like the VIC-20, the Commodore computers. I started there programming. And I've been doing it ever since. And I know that I have to really stay focused and don't get sidetracked from my peers. A lot of people don't understand what we are trying to do sometimes. People that really do them. You have to do you. And that's what I like. But some people don't understand that. And a lot of entrepreneurs, they understand. They really do. If you talk to somebody who's doing like you, they know. They know you have to stay focused and put all the work in. You have to put work in when you don't want to work. When you're tired, keep doing it. If you got an ideal, lay it out. Don't let that ideal you come up with right now slip away. Do it now. See, those are things you can't do when you have other things involved in your life. And that's part of wanting to do your craft. Don't get me wrong, I know we have families and stuff like that. And I do take care of my family, and I understand all that. But I want to focus on my craft. And in order to do that, I'm trying to stay loyal to me. You have to keep your house happy, that's fine, but I need to stay loyal. And people around you should understand that. Unless you're not being true to you and you're making excuses, you're saying you're doing one thing, you're doing something totally different. But the whole key is working on your craft. And playing the piano or playing the guitar or playing drums just doesn't come overnight. You don't learn how to do progressions and things of that nature overnight. When I say progressions, I mean like go from here. This is a progression. And then here go part of this progression. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go up. Add a third chord to this progression. some of that stuff, it doesn't happen overnight. You have to learn how to. I learned by playing by ear. So you have to put these tones together in your mind so you could get it out of your mind. Now, reading music is excellent too. I remember I talked to Marcus Miller for a while, for a little bit, and he was telling me that he he'd rather work with musicians that read music, and it made me think. And I understand, because that way you could just jump in and someone gives some sheet music and you could just play their stuff. So I understood. So when I got that was a couple of years back, and I remember after talking to Marcus, and actually that was a few months before George Duke died, because I got to hang out with George Duke, David, and Marcus, and I tried learning how to read sheet music in the past, but after listening to Marcus, I kind of went and I said that it can't hurt. I just something else I can add, because I'm willing to be the best that I can be, and that's what I said I can be. So I'm open-minded. That's another thing, and I have to be willing to try new things, and that's what it's all about. You have to be willing. Again, this is Music Talk, and we were talking about tones and dedication. Put all the excuses to the side. Get busy on you. If your craft is music, put that passion behind it. And no more excuses. Again, Music Talk. My name is Marcellus Green. My company is called Detail Solutions Computers and Audio. www.detailsolutionscomputers.com. I'm looking forward to hearing from you so we can work together maybe. Shout out to me and peace.